6 months on then, are there any developments?
I mean, the important thing is that, you know, this investigation is still live, and we're continuing to follow up any leads that we uncover. I mean, what's important to me still is the dark coloured Land Rover that we know was outside of Crossing Cottage at 8:30 and 10:30 on the night that Barry died. And in addition, there's the black 4x4 pickup, which was seen around the time that Barry would have come home, and a similar type of vehicle was seen the day before at 10 o'clock in the morning, and we've put the photo fit of the shorter individual out into the press in relation to that, and also mentioned his colleague that was with him at the time, who looks like Saeed from EastEnders.
Is it a huge frustration to you that 6 months down the line there's still someone out there who's got the answer to this investigation?
Yes, I mean, it's frustrating to me that I haven't been able to find the answer for the Rubery family. It's frustrating that I haven't been able to find the answer for the general public who live around that area, which is you know, a very safe area normally. And personally, it's frustrating to me and frustrating to my team. We're you know, professional detectives, and we haven't found the answer yet to bring anybody to account for this. But we're determined we're going to get there.
Are you feeling confident that you will find the answer?
Yes, I'm always an optimistic sort of person, and you know, we continue to do work, continue to follow up leads, and things are progressing. They're progressing very slowly.
I mean, obviously it was a sustained and prolonged attack on Barry Rubery. Quite a horrific crime if we look back at it, to remind people of the injuries that he suffered at the hands of an offender or offenders.
Yeah, I mean, he came home at about 11:15 after he'd been out for an evening and a meal with friends. And yes, he was subjected to a very sustained and violent physical assault. And it's as a result of the head injuries that he sustained during that assault that he died. You know, but over and above that, he had his hands and legs tied with cable ties, and also electrical flex that was in one of his sheds was used to tie him up. It's a horrific attack.
I mean, we appealed in relation to property that was taken from his home, although there was only a few items that were identified. That's never turned up, so what would your appeal be to people who may have that watch or a phone or a set of keys?
Yeah, I mean, the significant items that went is the gold fob watch, which has got Masonic symbols on the face. You know, despite inquiries that we've made to try and trace it, we don't know where that is. His mobile phone, Nokia 3310, you know, that was stolen. We don't know where that is. I do know that it hasn't been used, but I don't know where it is now. And his 3 keys on like a yellow fob, you know, they've been stolen as well. I don't know where they are. We obviously make inquiries to try and locate where these items are, but I don't know where they are at the moment.
Obviously, working with the family and speaking to them tonight, it's something that they'll never get over, whether they have answers or not. I mean, for anyone, this was a terrible crime, wasn't it?
It would be no family deserved to be put through a relative, you know, being murdered or dying in this way. You know, and over and above that, you know, they deserve to know what happened and who did it and why. It's you know, I personally, you know, I'm determined to find the answers to those questions so they know that. But you know, whether that brings them comfort or not, I don't know. But we need to find those answers.
6 months down the line, if someone's got those answers, they could be frightened to come forward thinking they're going to be in trouble for not ringing you with that information. What would you say to anyone that has got something that might be relevant?
if anybody knows anything about, you know, why Barry was attacked, you know, why his house was burgled, any information at all that might help me find the answers to the family, you know, don't worry that you haven't spoken to me or my officers before. You know, come and speak to me, speak to my officers, let us have the information. You know, we will treat the information correctly in the way that it should be, and follow it on, you know, with the view to finding out who has done this and why they've done it. There is no fear for anybody, you know, coming into contact with me or my officers with information, you know, at this stage now. Please do.